Hi everybody. So I am just coming off of my first weekend back at my final fair with Barely Balanced. We just took 8 months off from performing and my body is feeling it. So I imagine that a lot of you too have been doing some things that are like, oh wow, I am not used to that anymore. So today I'm going to be doing a recovery sort of stretch, get my muscles all back into a neutral position and work towards getting to a place of calm with my normal helper, Momo. I'm sure Mackers will be along any moment now. So we're going to work our way from top down. So start in a seated position. You can be on your knees, but I like to be in the crisscross applesauce. So take a few big breaths and just let out your tension. Let your shoulders drop. Let your breath fill you, and then when you release it, let it all go. Let all your muscle tension go. Everything that is not being used to keep you upright. You can start off with some nice, slow head circles. Go to the left and then down. And then to the right. And then back. And lift with your chin. Don't just drop your head back. Lift your chin up. And then slow circle again. Through to the left. Center. Right. Lift your chin. And the other way. Center, left, and lift the chin, and one more time, right, center, left, chin up. Oh my gosh, my neck sounds like I'm grinding wheat in a mill. Oh, head center. You take your right hand, put it towards the ground. Actually just reach out as far as you can. And then drop your head over to the left. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the ticket. I had somebody, one of my teachers, H. Russ Brown, he's an amazing man, told us to try to pet the pooch. Pet the pooch. He's so far away though. Left hand as far as I can without touching the mat and drop my head to the right. Get that dog on the other side. This one's a better dog. I'm going to try to pet it even harder. Yes. Oh. I can feel that like all the way through my tricep. I mean, of course, mainly through my neck. Shoulder area. And back to center. Shrug our shoulders up and back. Do some shoulder rotations. While my cat decides that it's time to eat. Apparently, I think that's been every video. Cats have decided that they want to eat. So it must be you guys. And forward or opposite direction, whichever way you did it. And release. Shake it out a little bit. Now we're going to work on some lats and triceps. Put your left arm out. And then I'm going to try to reach towards the center of my back. I will turn so you may see. And grab try to force your finger down your spine. And if you want a little extra, use your head to push into your arm. Just lean it back a little bit. Oh. And breathe. Maybe holding these for a little longer, because these are supposed to be relaxing. Oh, and then the other arm, same thing. I just try to reach with my finger down center of my back. It's also really good for my shoulders too. Also, every time I film, the cat decides that it's time to go to the bathroom. So that's what that sound is. It's very, very comforting. Now, I'm going to be doing some shoulder stretching. So I'm going to take my left arm, and oh, hi, Mackers. And I am going to cross it over my body. I'm going to keep my left shoulder back, try to keep my shoulders level. And I'm going to use this to kind of hook my right arm, to kind of hook my left in a little bit. And breathe. Yes, you can breathe too, Mackers. Thank you. And release. And the other arm, so right arm crosses over, keeping my right shoulder back. Hook in front. Breathe. We're going to move on to some seated twists. So I'm going to take my right arm, I'm going to put it towards the middle of my back, like this. Here, I'll turn around for you. Arm middle towards my back, and then I'm going to take my left arm, put it on my right knee, and just a gentle, gentle twist. You don't have to crank at it. Every time you take a breath in, prepare, and then as you breathe out, try to twist a little further. And other side. I know, Mackers. Oh, that was my spine. My sweet spine. I know, Mackers, I wish I had your spine. Oh, petting a cat gets you a little extra. Oh. Okay, and release. Now, we're going to go into our tabletop. We're going to do some cat cows. So here is our cow. Notice my udders. And kitty. And cow. And cat. Come on, cats. Aren't you supposed to do this with me? Ugh. Cow. And I'm going to now do one Margaret likes to call disco cat. So you kind of just think of your torso in a barrel and scrape the barrel, but it also looks like a cat doing disco. And switch directions. And then we will move on to our forward folds. So I'm going to start off with, you can go really far, but there's no need to. You don't need to. Just as far as you feel comfortable, like you're getting just a little bit of tension. And then because I don't have a very good front fold yet, I'm actually going to take my hands in the back and push my spine to be straighter, and then just lean myself forward. And then I'm going to scoot very carefully over to the other side, over to my right. To think of my hands like a railroad tie, going as far forward as I can and scooping over to my left side. Oh, I can feel that in my right obliques. Speaking of obliques, now we're going to take my left hand and I'm going to scoop it over the top and try to keep, so we're not doing this, I'm going to try to keep my torso squared to my leg. And just reach as far as you can. You can use kind of this, your right hand as kind of a guide to keep your torso twisted. Adjust the modesty shirt. Lock my left hand in, keep my twist. Right hand goes up over the top. And then come center. So next, we're going to lay on our back, keep our knees up. I'm just going to do some little baby bridges because it's good for back strengthening. So just raise your hips up. Look at the cats chasing moths. The joys of pet parenthood. And release. And one more time up. And release. And then because I have a stupid back, what I'm going to do is recline cobbler, but I'm going to give myself a little extra loving in the back. So I'm going to take my hands and press them into my upper hip area. So as I release my knees down, I'm also going to use my hands to press into my hip flexors to lengthen my spine. So I'm actively thinking about releasing everything except for that press that's going into my hip flexors. So especially think loosen the spine, loosen the hip flexors, and just breathe. And on your exhale, let it go even deeper. This is a really good one if you are having trouble with like bulging discs or slip discs. This is one that I do for my physical therapy. Of course, I'm not a physical therapist, but it is something that could help you. I would again suggest you actually go see a physical therapist if you're having troubles with slip discs especially. But this might be an option for you to get some relief. And release. I am going to help my legs up. I'm going to give myself a nice, happy baby. So I'm going to grab, you can grab the backs of your hamstrings here and grab up your leg. Or if you can, grab your feet or your toes. But really, it's whatever you can do to keep your low back on the ground. That's going to be best for your back and get that nice stretch in your hips and your low back. And because this pose makes me feel like a child, I'm gonna rock it and roll and wee. And then we've got two more things. So I'm going to roll up. We're going to go into what's called a downward dog. Start off in your plank and then press your hips back. Oh yeah. Just to get some release in those calf muscles, just pedal out your feet. And then we're going to go into a puppy pose. This one makes my shoulders very happy. So I'm going to reach really far with my fingers up my mat. I'm going to think about pushing my chest, my shoulders, just allowing them to get to the floor. And then we'll move into a child's pose here, which releases the back. And then scooch them forward for a puppy. And human infant. And canine infant. Oh. Oh. I feel much better. And I hope that you do too. So, after this, feel free to just nap, because this was a really good opener. And now I'm ready to go onto my own nap, and it's gonna be great. Be sure to keep track of us here on Patreon or YouTube, and we will see you soon. Hello. Hi. Yeah, why didn't you help me out with cat pose? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You're a terrible, terrible instructor.